What's going on, guys? CKD once a video, and we're back with a music review. And this week we're going to be going over the Roy Woods album that he just put out. He put out this, I think, on Friday, if not mistaken. Friday, he put out a new album. It's called Waking at Dawn. You know, highly anticipated. You know, we want more out of Roy Woods, obviously, because he just released that Ecstasy EP a few months back, and obviously, you know, he's going on tour with Drake, and I'll be seeing him live, so I'm super hyped. But with that being said, let's jump right into this. We got the Waking at Dawn album. And right now we're going to go to track 1, Sonic Boom. Track 1, Sonic Boom.
Up another pill tonight, even though I don't really want one. That Xanax got me on a flight.
Hello?
Kevin,
Well,
are you up?
yeah, I'm recording a video. What up? You're on the video.
Okay.
Say hi.
Sweet.
Say hi to the people. Say hi.
What up, what up, what up?
All right, what up?
Hey,
What you want?
but, Mom,
I apologize for that phone call that was my bro. Beside the point, Sonic Boom, right? It is very much a Roy Woods track, right? It is very much, you know, something that we've heard from Roy Woods, something that, you know, people have loved from Roy Woods. That is a track that, you know, I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that track. I like how Roy Woods does his songs. But at the same time, I'm hoping to see, you know, a different side of him through this album. Like, I kind of want to see, you know, what else he has in store. Like, what else he has, you know, as an artist, right? Instead of, you know, just that type of, you know, that type of R&B style where it's like super slow and like the instrumentals are like encompassing in a way, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know the Roy Wood style. But at the same time, that's not a bad thing, right? That's not, you know, a bad thing to say about this track. Like, it is a really, really good track. I enjoyed it a lot. And I felt that it was a very strong intro, and it fits in with the album name, you know, Waking at Dawn. It kind of just like feels like, you know, he's like coming to some sort of realization at the same time. But I do wish, you know, I at least hope to see a kind of a different side of him coming into this album. So I'm going to go now to track 2, You Love It. Track 2, You Love It.
Take a minute though, I'm seeing through you like a window. You know that I love you, you know that I got you, you know that I need you, you know that I want you, and you love it. Yeah, you love it. Yeah, you love it.
All right. Remember, you know, I was saying in the first track that I kind of wanted to see a different style of where it was like a different, you know, way, you know, he would sing, or, you know, way as an artist. Definitely got that with track 2. Definitely got that. It's a very different Roy Wood, very, very different. Like, track 1 and track 2 are, you know, worlds apart, right? I definitely enjoyed it. It had a very high pace of a feel to it, which is something that you don't typically see with Roy Woods. You know, he's you know, a very, you know, slow R&B singer. You know, that's not, you know, really you know, his style to go super fast. But this one, like, he was, you know, going pretty fast, and it was a nice like summer type, you know, song in my opinion. Like, it was something that, you know, I could see playing by the pool or playing, you know, at a party, you know, where it's just like, you know, kind of everyone just like relaxed, not like, you know, a hype party, but like, you know, just a pool party. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely like a pool party summer type song, and I love the lyrics. There's a line that I like where it's like, is this love or is it pleasure? Like, it's that, you know, it's one of those songs where, like, you know, he's like talking, you know, about something, and about, you know, the bond between, you know, him and like someone else. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely enjoyed this one. You Love It. That was a great track. And this one now next up, going to track 3, which is Guan, Big Up Yourself, which is, it was released before. Guys, you know how I feel about singles. You guys know how I feel about singles. But we're gonna go to track 3. I already know, you know, what the song is. And I also know what track 4 is, to how I feel. But everything else from down there is going to be brand new. So, you know, for 3 and 4, I'm going to be, you know, kind of a little more quiet on these two, because, you know, I've already heard them. But we're going to go over to track 3, Go On, Big Up Yourself.
Come to me when you freak me. Yeah, come to me when you freak me. Oh, come to me when you freak. This body leave marks on my skin when you.
I think there was a beat change up at the end of that song. I don't know if you guys think that there was too. Let me know down in the comments below. But I think, you know, from the original track when they released it on iTunes a few weeks ago, and the copy of it on this album, I think there's a change up in there's like a last 20-second extra, you know, snippet of the beat that they added, which, you know, I could be wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I could be wrong, but that's just what I pointed out in my notes here. And you know, like I've said, you know, to my friends and like everyone that I showed this track to, This track is just vibes. You know what I'm saying? This is absolute vibes in this track. That's pretty much what this whole, track, is essentially made for. It's, vibes, right? It's a, relax. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely do enjoy this. Do enjoy that track. It is definitely a Roy Woods track. For sure, through and through. And I love it when it first came out, and I still love it. Right now on the album. So. Just it is what it is. Guan, big up yourself. It is what it is. I mean, what more can you say? But next up, we're going to go to track 4, How I Feel. Again, another track that we have heard if you're a Roy Woods fan, but maybe a little bit of my impressions, and then we're going to go on to some new stuff, going on to track 5 through track 10. So now we're going to go to track 4, How I Feel, track 4, How I Feel.
Up right now. I went out for the nights, that's only for now. I'm gonna do me, you can leave me alone. I don't care how I feel right now. Right now.
Now, listening to How I Feel, on this current album, review, I noticed something that I didn't really notice back when back when it released by itself first, right? I noticed that this is it's a really aggressive track, right? And Roy Woods, is not afraid to make a aggressive, cutthroat, edgy R&B track. You know what I'm saying? Like usually, not the completely, but usually R&B singers, they usually keep it soft, they keep it mellow, or they keep it, with the vibes. Like, they never really stray from that type of feel to the song. But Roy Woods is not afraid to be aggressive and to yell on the track. Like, he's not afraid to do that, which is something that is not really singing R&B singers, really at all. Like, I can't even think of one that is consistently, not consistently, but like from time to time as aggressive on tracks as Roy Woods can be. But definitely, it's a great track. I love it. It's a nice standalone track. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice track that can be by itself and still be good without any context to any other song. You know what I'm saying? But next up, we're gonna go to track 5, Down Girl. This is the start of the new songs that we had. So it's track 5, Down Girl.
I was with her up late night till she cabbed in the morning. Bad bitches in here, but what do they all want me for? All that I see in the jam.
Dude, why does this song have to be so short? Why? Can oh my gosh. Okay. Let me chill out here. This song has a lot of like personality to it. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely different than what he's usually into, and it has like a bit of funk to it, which I definitely appreciate. I definitely liked the new sound to the song, definitely, and it's really good. This is probably my favorite one so far, honestly, and I just wish that it was longer, man. I was sitting here like and the beat was fading. I'm like, oh man, like it's already over. Like, yo, it's already over. But I definitely did enjoy the track. It's really good. It's probably my favorite one so far. And I like how in this track I kind of laughed at it. He said that this girl makes him feel like a nerd with asthma, which is like, yo, you wildin', Roy. You wildin'. But all right. That was a great track. That one definitely is awesome. That's probably my favorite one so far into this listen through. And now we're going to go on to track 6, Switch. It's called Switch. This is track 6.
I'm on a Snapchat story. The one I make love to is gorgeous, but I've been getting laid. I'm getting frustrated.
All right, this is definitely his most emotional song he's ever made. Definitely his deepest. Well, I don't know what the rest of the albums are gonna look like, but just based off of this one track, this is definitely his most raw and most real and most emotional song he's ever made. He's ever came out with. There's like it starts off like very soft, and then it goes super raw. And it's, basically just him venting. It's about him dealing with the transition, of those around him as well. And himself, growing up, and becoming something of himself. And then people, like, switching up on him. You know what I'm saying? People that, disregarded him, never had his back. But then now all of a sudden they want to be involved in his life, because, of his fame. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those songs. It's it's a song that you see a lot with artists. You know, it's not like it's the most original concept, but this one I feel like he did it in a very different way, where most times like people would be soppy and kind of sad about it, but Roy Woods is not afraid to scream on the track, and you hear him screaming on the like he's not afraid to be raw about it and be cutthroat about it and be angry about it. He's not afraid to show that on the track, and I highlight the quote where he says, "Never am I gonna go back. For years I've had my own back." You know what I'm saying? So that kind of shows the type of internal thought process he has, where like nobody was there for him. He always had his own back. And now all of a sudden these people want, to have his back because of his fame. You know what I'm saying? And because of him growing up. So that was a very, very good song. Is that might have beat Down Girl for me, to be honest. That might have beat Down Girl. That might be my top one. We're going to see how the rest of this album goes. Let's move on to track 7. It's called Got Me. Track 7, Got Me.
Cause oh baby you got me holding on your hand. These girls all want me. I ignore them soft things. Mean girl from my
Very, very, very good track. Very, very good. This song, deals, with kind of him having this unbearable attraction and unbearable connection to another person, even when you might not want that connection, even though you would rather it not be there, right? It's kind of dealing with that, at least from what I got of it. It's something that I can definitely relate to. It's a very good song. It's a very good song. It has, lyrics that are very serious, but it's also hidden under this instrumental that's pretty upbeat and pretty, high tempo. So it's one of those songs where, it's kind of how the Weeknd does some of his songs, where, it's very, it's like dealing with a subject that's super serious, but at the same time, he lays out an instrumental that, is not, mundane and not, sad, right? It's not like soppy. It's, it's an upbeat track, right? But I do feel like this song kind of suffers from following songs that were so good right before it, you know what I'm saying? Like Switch, which blew me away, Down Girl blew me away, you know what I'm saying? Like those, like especially those two tracks, right? Having to follow that act kind of, at least for me, it felt like the song kind of fell a little bit short. Not that it's a bad track. I don't think it's a bad track at all. But I just feel like, in comparison to those other two songs, I feel like it kind of falls short just because, of how good, track 5 and 6 were. Down Girl and Switch, you know what I'm saying? So overall, a really good track. I really did enjoy the premise. I definitely can relate to that premise. I'm sure a lot of people can. But now we're going to go on to track 8 called Why. Track 8 is called Why.
Am I talking through you or just staring through me? But with all our lies again, but the stars, I wanna know why.
Track Why. Now, this immediately, from the jump of the track, it reminded me a lot of the Weeknd during his mixtape days, right? Having that, like, kind of that echoey feel to it, feels the entire song, I'm saying? That, like, that instrumental, that is very, kind of over-encompassing in a way, he has what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But I got that, feel to the song, that it was very much like the Weeknd back in his mixtape days. And it's a really, low-key song. It's something that I feel like, you would play kind of just by yourself when you drive home from work, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you kind of sad about something in your feelings, it's definitely, a track that you're not going to blast out with your squad. You know what I'm saying? It's something that, you're going to play by yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what, at least I feel like it. There's some sexual stuff to it. So, if, something, if y'all want to, get freaky with the song, I feel like, it's a sure go, but you're not going to get, freaky, just, get a little, love you. What are you saying? Anyway. I did feel like this song kind of suffered from waiting for something to happen, but like nothing really did, you know what I'm saying, kind of the way where I just feel like, the song at times kind of dragged a little bit, and like you're kind of expecting the song to change up because of how consistent it was, in the previous minute, so you're kind of waiting for, expecting something else to happen, and something, and he did, do some dope high notes at the end, which, was kind of the change up, but I felt like, overall kind of the song at times kind of dragged a bit, but overall, really good song, not not anything to hate on it. I don't, think it's a bad song at all. But I just feel like, kind of at times it kind of just dragged a little bit. So now we're gonna go on track 9. It's called Menace. Track 9, Menace.
And I understand it. Can I speak some Spanish? That I'm on my darling, babe.
If you thought that Why was a depressing track, you have not gotten to Menace. Like I didn't get to Menace. Menace, it's very similar to Why in a lot of ways. It's very, very similar. Both dealing with pain, but I would say they're kind of different pains. Where Why is more of dealing, kind of with a connection, but this is kind of the lack of connection and like not wanting to make the same mistakes again. He says in the song, quote, "I don't want to be the menace to fuck up your mind again." You know what I'm saying? So not, want to make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? Not want to make the same mistake he did, again. You know what I'm saying? It's basically what, the song kind of encompassed, him dealing with that, dealing with the mistakes he made in the past and dealing with them in the present, you know what I'm saying? And so this song, is very sad. There's a very sad vibes to it. I would feel it's a little bit more sad than Why. In a way, I feel like it's a little bit more sad just because, there are some, serious undertones in the song. Like, for example, he brings up suicide. Like, he literally brings up, he says, I think, either the revolver or the Bible, suicide thoughts. Like, I was like, oh, snap. Like, it was like, yo, I was like, hey, man, like, yo, Roy, you can tweet me, dog. We can DM, we'll have a conversation. It's all good. I'll, donate my time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you all good. But, I don't know why I'm laughing. That's kind of messed up. But, at the end of the day, this song, is very, very serious. It is not a song, to skip over, I would feel. It's a very, very serious song. And it's definitely a song that, if you're in your feelings, this is one that, it's a definite go-to. Add it to the Draking playlist, guys. Add it to your Draking playlist, this one. I know it's not Drake, but add it to it. But that being said, we made it to the last track, track 10, She Knows About Me. So we'll check this out. The conclusion of this album, track 10, She Knows About Me.
Like you think that I love her, but I don't want her. Anyway, she knows about me and I know about her. She knows about me and I know about her.
A very, very, very strong outro to a very, very strong album. This song, has to deal with, he just talks about him wanting to just go away. He wants to separate himself from the mistakes that he made, that he talks about on this album, and he just wants to up and leave. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, a concept that a lot of people can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing all of the gunk and all of the mistakes, that you did, and just wanting to do just up and leave. You know what I'm saying? Just get in your car and just drive and just get out of here. You know what I'm saying? To run away from it. It's a song that, I feel like it's a very great outro, and just because of how it kind of just ties up everything that he talks about kind of in a bow. You know what I'm saying? It over encompasses and, gives an underlining, conclusion, I guess, to everything that he talks about in this album. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like this album, because it's a very cohesive, one piece thing. It's not just a, songs that don't, tie into each other. It's an album that is cohesive, that is one, essential thing. You know what I'm saying? That carries a theme throughout the whole entire album. You know what I'm saying? That's why I definitely like this Waking at Dawn album by Roy Woods. And I feel like it was a very, very strong album coming out of Roy Woods. And the instrumental, and especially in this track, is just beautiful. It's very alive. It's a living and breathing thing along with Roy Woods in this track. You know what I'm saying? It goes very well with it. I definitely did enjoy this track. I love the message. I love, how relatable this whole thing is, including this track. Not even just this track. It is, this whole album is relatable. You know what I'm saying? That's what is the main thing that I feel like is a selling point for this album. It's something that people will become attached to and, grow to like Roy Woods for. The way that this album can speak to people and relate to people, in ways that, some people try to do and doesn't really work. Some people, just don't even try, but this one definitely is relatable. And, this is a very, very solid album. I really enjoyed this. It was very, better than I expected, coming out of his, X's EP, because, during his, with that EP, I just feel like it was kind of jumpy in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't a cohesive flow to it, which is, Kevin, like it's an EP, it's only like 5 tracks. Like, okay, that's to be expected, right? But, he didn't, but just the fact that we, got a cohesive project from Roy Woods is what I'm super, super hyped about. And it was this awesome. This is going to be on repeat. Believe that I'll be on repeat. And there we go. That was the Roy Woods debut album, Waking at Dawn. If you want to see him live, the Drake tour is starting up. Make sure to get those tickets. He's accompanying Drake along with Division, so definitely check those tickets out. If you want to see him live, see any of these songs live, like I assume they'll be live. I assume, obviously. But yeah, that was my review and reactions of Roy Woods' Waking at Dawn album. If you guys enjoyed the content, please down below, you can leave a like, share, subscribe, support the boy. Also down there, you can comment below what if you've listened to these, if you listen to this album, what tracks did you enjoy? What tracks didn't you like? Is there a track that you feel like I had a wrong impression of? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, also, you can check out my links down below, my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all the good stuff for me on there. Support my daily life. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I got you.